Alright, welcome back to the letter V 6 times. If you remember last time, we successfully navigated through Space Station 2, found Professor Vitellary, and found the teleporter, but the unfortunate thing was the teleporter didn't take us directly back to the ship in the usual way. Yellow and blue doesn't make green, it makes pain and sadness, and let's just go ahead and take this back to the beginning. Here we go. So, this is Intermission 1. As you go further along in the game, there are more intermissions for each crew member that you rescue. And in this case, you can see the mechanics are being introduced. He'll only follow you if you go. This is more or less an escort mission. And here's the main mechanic that makes it interesting. You have some control over him. Put your feet on the floor and he'll follow you. You can get him to hold still if you're on the ceiling. And it's one room at a time, so he doesn't do anything on his own. There's a certain distance that the two of you can be apart. He'll close into that distance, but won't actually stand directly below you. And as you can see here, the rooms in this intermission are all designed around that distance, which makes the puzzles pretty good. Most of his tests are run just by standing still and responding when you ask him questions. Anyway, this room is a little bit more challenging. So now we know about what the safe distance is, but we have to time it. And you can't go too far left or right, otherwise those hoops are going to put him in some danger. It gets a little scary if you're cutting it real close. But for the most part, because his movements are predictable and under your control, it's not so bad. Really a little bit embarrassed about how many times I've died so far, so why don't we just not talk about it? Yeah, we barely know how to move through teleporters. I don't think breaking the fourth wall is really going to help that much. You actually get some good tips on what to do from the rune names in this part. Advance him too soon, he's going to fall into the spikes. Go too far to the right, he's going to run into the spikes, despite whatever academic training he has. And here, don't be afraid of running all the way to the right edge of the platform, otherwise if you cut it short, he will just fall directly into the spikes. You go ahead and do that. I'm just going to keep advancing the game. I really like this puzzle. As you can see, the platforms are really narrow, so and they're also difficult to time. When you die, you just go back to the checkpoint, and it's the same for him if you get him killed. The platforms are too narrow for both of you to fit on, so you have to advance and then kind of play a little bit of red light, green light, even though he's yellow and you're blue. Run along. I think there may be a way to actually fit the both of you on that platform, But if there is, I haven't seen it, and it actually would be a lot more challenging than the way we're doing it now. I don't know, it's just kind of a hallway. There's not much else to explore. Let's just get moving. This room is extremely challenging. The big deal here is it's really well designed. It's around the distance that the two of you can be apart safely, so you can use that to your advantage to avoid these spikes, or to your advantage to double back a little bit and get both of you safely under that gap. And you have to make sure that you start running quickly enough for him to start running in time before the platform goes too far down, and so neither one of you dives into spikes. I'm pretty sure this room is here as a joke. There's no challenge to it, it's just, he can't move without you. And that's probably really irritating if you're trying to speedrun this. I think the name here, Class Dismissed, is probably a hint to bring him. You can rescue them in any order, but whenever you rescue 1 and 2 remain, they're the ones who are going to go with you to that intermission, and you get their dialogue. And his is probably the best of the 4. I'll show them all off later. But anyway, we're done for now. The intermission's over, we're back to being able to explore the overworld, and have a chance to rescue our green guy, Chief Verdigris, who I assume his chief duties involve just being the green guy.